Hi all, today I will show you how to install Drupal 9, the latest version on the Windows machine. So first of all, let's talk quickly about Drupal and the release cycle. You can find on the drupal.org website the history of releases. You see that the latest release is Drupal 9. Actually, if you go to the detail page, you will see that since the initial release, Drupal 9.0.0, was released several minor updates, and currently the team is working on the Drupal 9.1 version, which is currently in the beta. And the next version, Drupal.9, is under development, already started. Drupal is a web application, so it needs some web server running behind, some programming language which is PHP, and database for storing data. You can find all information on the release detail page, supported or recommended PHP version and Apache and the database. So to have these requirements running on the Windows machine, the best is to install some tool which offers all these servers and PHP together. In my opinion, is the best one called XAMPP, which you can download free from this website. You can see for the Windows there are several versions based on the PHP version. So maybe version 7.4 is too new and some contribution modules could have some issues, so I think it's much safer to stay with this 7.3 version of PHP. So let's download this version, save it, and we will install this version right now after the download, because the whole package has about 150 megabytes. Okay, so let's install it. Okay, it's loading. Okay, some missing. Here I see warnings. So we will install Apache by default, MySQL, FileZilla we don't need, Mercury and Tomcat as well. Parallel not needed right now. Webalizer, fakes and Impel we do not care. We now need the web server Apache, database MySQL, programming language PHP, and phpMyAdmin is a web interface for managing the database, which will be helpful. So let's install it to the default server, which will take some time. So let's skip the boring installation right now. Okay, finally it's done, and we can finish installation, and control panel will pop up. The control panel of the XAMPP shows us the Apache and MySQL. Let's go first to the config tab, because we would like to start Apache and MySQL automatically. So let's try to save it, but we'll see probably this message about access denied. And if we would like to quit the control panel, we will see another nice error messages from Windows. So what to do with this? So what to do with this? The trick is that we need higher permission to control these XAMPP settings. So let's run this control panel as administrator. Now if we go to config, we will save it without any issues, and we can enable this Apache and MySQL as Windows services. So let's try to install them as service. Okay, after a restart, these two applications will be run automatically, and we can start them manually right now. You see Apache is green, it's running MySQL as well. Here are some administration and config files. So let's try if we can access the website, which should be running on the address localhost. Okay, it works. If we go to XAMPP folder on our drive, we see the localhost/dashboard, which is basically this location, XAMPP/htdocs, the web server documentation, and dashboard subfolder. So in this area, in this folder, we will upload our Drupal installation. So let's download it. I'll download it right now. You can download always the latest version from the download button here. So let's try to download Drupal 0.7, which is currently the up-to-date version. Okay, let's unzip this archive. I would recommend to install a tool called 7-zip and extract all these files. This Drupal package consists a lot of files from another libraries, so it might take some time. Okay, now we can, for example, rename the folder to Drupal 9, and because we will build later the blog website, we can rename it to Drupal 9 blog, which will be as well the URL in the address bar. And now let's move this folder to XAMPP htdocs, so in this place. So let's drag and drop here, move. Okay, we have the Drupal blog folder here, so let's replace, sorry, not this window, but this localhost window, and we should see the installation page of the Drupal. Okay, here it is. So we see the installation file or first page of the installation of the Drupal 9.0.7. So we can keep English. Next step will be to choose installation profile, because there are several installation profiles. Standard one, which is I think recommended by default, minimal for experienced developers or users, and demo installation with some content settings and so on. If you want to see how this Udemy food magazine looks like, you can maybe check the website. So this is the default demonstration profile of the Drupal, so you can check it as well. So for now, let's skip with the standard installation. Okay, next step is to verify requirements. We see there's some warning about the OP cache, which is highly recommended, so I will show you how to fix it. You can search, of course, on Google what's the problem, how to fix it, but I can show you how to fix this right now. So another tool which I recommend is editor Notepad++, and open the file which is on the local disk, XAMPP, PHP, and we are searching for the file called phpInit, which is configurations file for the PHP which is run by the web server. So the magic line is this one, extension z extension php op cache library. And if we reload the page, we will see no change, because after modifying PHP we have to restart, stop and start again the web server, which is currently using the PHP scripts configuration files. So after another reload, we pass the requirements, and next step is set up database, but so far we didn't set up anything related to database. So let's go back to the control panel, and for MySQL we will run the administration, which is the phpMyAdmin web interface. So we have to create new database. So let's call it Drupal 9 blog, for example. We can keep the encoding like this, and we have to as well create user, for example Drupal, with the same password, for example Drupal. We will save this, create this user, and in the database section we will enable access of this user to all actions, MySQL actions for this database. So we have Drupal user with Drupal password, which has access to the database Drupal 9 blog. So we can put it here, password as well, and continue. And now the Drupal is being installed on our website, on the server, and we can see in the database, which was previously empty, that there are already some tables, some structure. So again, it will take some time to install this. Okay, it's almost done, and here it is, next page, configuration of the site. Okay, here it is. So let's call it Drupal 9 block test, for example gmail.com, no problem. Username admin. You can keep it simple, so the password will be again admin. Default country not needed. We do not want to receive email notification and automatically check for the updates. So this was the last step of the installation, and after hitting save and continue button, we will soon see our new fresh Drupal 9 website. Here it is. Congratulations. So next step will be start to build this blog website.